Please just describe the school. What are its activities and how are things going?
It is a privately organized membership organization by mostly German, the American partners in marriage, of course, but the majority is German, and the majority, in another way of defining it, is personnel of German companies in the area. And we have, the school has grown over these 25 years, it is our 25th year. And we have this year 240 students in 24 classes. So it's a very solid operation with demonstrated interest from these parents and happy children, we like to think. You see smiling faces walking in and walking out. So it's a very pleasant and effective organization.
240 students, all from the Atlanta area?
Yes, they are all, some of them actually drive considerable distances in the morning, but the bulk is up here north. We are in the Marietta area here, and the majority of the parents are within this northern perimeter of Atlanta, but focus on Atlanta. There's nobody from outside Atlanta, if that's what you mean.
And the range of ability, is it you have students that are just learning German and some that are fluent?
Actually, you put your finger on a challenge, because there are parents who recently came from Germany, and the children are completely fluent, like any other child in their age range in Germany, and then there are some where perhaps one of the parents is American or other foreign, where the German of the children is shaky. So that's a challenge for the teachers, and we make accommodations. The classes are very small; they're under 10 students on the average. So there's also the opportunity to adjust to the children and their needs and their facility in German.
Do some of these students go back and live in Germany? Is that?
Again, a very interesting point. I think the majority, and I don't have any statistics, as far as the practices of these German companies is concerned, they expect their employees to stay for a number of years, maybe 3 or 5. And then it frequently happens that they stay longer and put down roots and stay until their children are almost grown. But there's no, as I said, I don't have any statistics, but I would think that as students and parents enter the school here, they're expecting to go back. And that's the motivation, one of the major motivations to keep their children functional in German, so that they wouldn't have problems to reintegrate once they are returning to Germany.
Do you have any informal relations with the local school systems?
We have, unfortunately, not very close relations, but the teachers know us. Actually, we have some of the teachers who are also teaching in public and private schools, but there's no organized cooperation with these schools, I'm afraid.
How do you feel Americans are taking to foreign language instruction, just generally? For instance, do you have any Americans that just want to learn German as a second language?
Yes, yeah, I think, I was surprised, as I mentioned, to see how many public and private schools offer German. And the origins must be primarily economic, but at this point, you meet people who would learn German as a cultural experience, like some other people may learn ancient Greek or Latin. So there is a cultural Bildung, as we would say, aspect to it.
How about the future of the school? Do you have any immediate objectives?
We basically, it's a sort of not very original formulation, but we intend to stay the course. We have decided to aim for slow growth in order to maintain the current level of activities, And the school over the last several years did grow. I mean, not exponentially, you're talking about maybe 10, 20 people, students per year that would, there are some capacity limits here. We are happy to be guests here in Cobb County in the school, which offers the classrooms we need. I mentioned earlier the 24 classes. So there are physical limitations, and we do not want to grow this into a giant organization and attempt to keep this family style.
Do you think your presence here is regarded as an advantage by the officials of German companies that might be thinking of establishing a presence in Atlanta or Georgia?
Absolutely. Any company in Germany that sends people overseas has to face the concern of this personnel that they may be able to return to the parent company in Germany. And for the families, the challenge is to stay tuned to Germany, to keep the children capable of re-entering the German school system. And I think it is an important argument, advertisement, if you will, in discussions of employees with the employers, whether there's any offering in German culture. And we are not alone. You know, there's the German Cultural Center, there's a German church. There are other institutions which make the stay in the Atlanta area, by comparison to other more remote places, attractive for German employees. The ultimate, the crowning event here is the exams, the Deutsche Sprachdiplom, which is comparable to the test of English as a foreign language. It certifies the students to be able to enter graduate education in Germany. In other words, if they show the certificate, the language capability is not questions by medical schools, law school, etc.